comment ka ng comment kahit hindi mo naman talaga alam yung story. Kumbaga ba, may masabi lang. Without even that person knowing that you are comparing yourself to her, to him. We tend to feel insecurities. We feel insecure and we start asking ourselves, are we good enough? What is social media? For what do we use it for? Is social media good? Why is it so important to us? And finally, what does it leave us in our mental health? My name is Armay El Adora and I am here today to talk to you about the repercussions of the use of social media in our mental health. During the past 10 years, the rapid development of social networking sites have profoundly caused several changes in the way we communicate and interact. Nowadays, people have multiple social media accounts, whether it would be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or anything else. According to the Global Report 2020, out of 7.75 billion people around the world, 49% of that population are active social media users. In the Philippines, there are 73 million social media users reported as of January 2020. How much more with the recent statistics? Well, it wouldn't be surprising if in the next report there would be a drastic increase in the numbers of social media users. With reasons is because of the quarantine. Quarantine! Even before the pandemic, Philippines is known as one of the countries with most numbers of social media users. And by the start of the year, Filipinos usually spend over 4 hours on social media and 9 hours in the internet daily. How much more in this time of pandemic? The internet brings a lot of wonders all over the world, especially in what we are experiencing right now. Due to the limited face-to-face interaction, the internet still has made it possible to communicate with others, one of which is through social media. With this, it has made communication easier and information about COVID-19 faster to disseminate. We can share all the things we want from photos, videos, messages, news, infographics, and a lot more. In short, social media is the digital city we created for ourselves. It's where we open up ourselves, feel entertained, and be happy. But up to what point? Tim Kendall, during his interview with the 60 Minutes, he compared the effects of social media in our mental health as like the arc of perception of cigarettes. In the early 20s and 30s, cigarettes are touted as not dangerous to our health. But by the time 60s came around, 40% believed that cigarettes can cause cancer, and that has ultimately grown until now. What he was pointing there is that there is a cost in spending 4 hours a day in social media, and overusing social media is very corrosive to our mental health and to our society as well. But how does social media become destructive? In our situation right now, there really is no other way than online shopping, online classes, online transaction, online campaign. Everything is online. It's like we have created a replica of our society in the digital version. I myself found that I spent more than 9 hours a day with my laptops and mobile phones than ever before. Most of the times are for educational purposes and a bit of time are for entertainment and social media. You see, even just a bit of time you dedicate on checking on your social media or habitually checking on your phone every time you had a break is already showing a sign of FOMO or the fear of missing out. As Filipinos, we have this attitude that we don't want to be left out. We always wanted to be part of everything. That's why we feel the pressure of social media and pushes ourselves to be updated. And what happens is that comment ka ng comment kahit hindi mo naman talaga alam yung story. Kumbaga ba, may masabi lang. And we keep on criticizing people. Paano pa kaya ngayon, di ba? The National Institute of Health conducted a research about the impact of social media to our brain. According to that research, whenever we get rewarded by a bunch of comments, likes, and share, our brain is releasing dopamine, and that's causing the feeling of satisfaction, feeling of excitement, the feeling of happiness. These good feelings we get from those experiences would made us habitually check for our accounts, looking forward for the number of likes, shares, and comments. And if we are not always rewarded by those social currencies, we tend to do it again, try it again, post another again, over and over and over again. You see, we start to form this social currency, which is a word that would value into something. Like having more likes means you are popular. Sikat. And this would lead to another conclusion. Sikat siya kasi mayaman siya. Sikat siya kasi maganda siya. Sikat siya kasi sexy siya. Aminin mo man sa hindi, yun yung mentality na nakukuha natin sa social media. And having less likes and no likes at all would lead us to another feeling. Especially kung masyado kang conscious sa nangyayari sa social media life mo, we tend to expect something more than what we get. And I know that there are still people out there na walang pake kung sino mag-like, kung walang mag-like. Basta ma-share niya lang kung ano nangyari sa buhay niya. And I know that it's a good thing that we should encourage for ourselves. You see, as we consume large amounts of social media posts, we tend to feel insecurities. We feel insecure and we start asking ourselves, are we good enough? Bakit siya ganito? Bakit siya ganyan? Bakit ako ganito lang? Ba't ganun? Diba? And the thing that we do to get past of that insecurities is by managing and showing our highlight reels. We start to rule over other people's impressions about us, about our life. Highlight reels is very popular in social media. It is where you share your best moments of life, photos you look good at, things you possess. In short, it's like the filters of our reality. We create an image where we can please everyone to like us. Exploring highlight reels and without even knowing the stories may result into an unhealthy comparison. For example, the social media power couple. You always see that ang saya nila, ang enjoy, ang bagay lang sila. But in the reality, they are also human beings. Not everyday happy sila, not everyday wala silang problema. Nagkakaroon din sila ng problema, gaya ng mga ordinary couple. What you see in the videos are just the best moments of their lives, the best things that happens in their life. And another thing about comparison is that before, we tend to compare ourselves within our neighbor, within our friends. But now, with the presence of social media, it had made the comparison engagement at the higher level, which means that you get to compare yourselves with the richest man, sexiest human beings on earth, without even that person knowing that you are comparing yourself to her, to him. Another concerns about our mental health are the anxiety and depressions. According to research, not all anxiety and depressions are associated with social media, but it can be an indirect factor. Social media is such a risky place to hang out. Why? Imagine you have a perfectly normal day. You scroll through your timeline, react and comment on some pictures, and at the end of the day, you would post something. You might expect some validations from your friends, followers, but to your worst nightmare, a flood of hate comments took over your post in just a moment. A question would then pop up on your mind. Why? Because you didn't do anything wrong. Then you start to have mental breakdowns. You will apologize for reasons undisclosed. You cry yourself to bed, hoping it would end the next day. But no, my dear, once it gets you, it will bite you until you're unconscious. And if you try fighting it, you would seem like you're throwing more gases into fire. That's why it's better off just leaving it to burn and wait till it comes down. Believe me, I've been there. It wasn't quite a pleasant experience, so to say. I realized how close-minded some parts of the world still are. They did say that everything's not all sunshines and rainbows, so let that sink in. In quarantine, however, the usual method of getting comfort from the people is different. You wouldn't get to see them personally or feel their warm hugs. In this case, try to always keep in touch with them online. Uninstalling your social media apps or deactivating temporarily your accounts would help you divert your attention from it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. One of the reasons why you feel like people don't care is because you're not telling them anything. Open up to them and tell them why you feel the way you do. There are also instances when you don't have the appetite or you can't sleep, but try to eat a little amount. It's okay if it's just a spoonful, but remember to keep yourself hydrated. Keep yourself busy during the day. Exercise, read books, watch movies, so that when the nightfall comes, you would fall asleep in no time. There are boundless reasons for hating something, but social media hate usually come from the idea that if you don't like something, then nobody else should. This is such an unhealthy way of thinking. Everyone is bound to have different opinions, ideas, and interests from you. Learn to accept that and move on. The thing with social media is that we tend to forget that every users are human beings. Like you, like me, like us. They have feelings too. Have some empathy. Think of what the receiver sides of those comments would feel. If you feel someone, if you know someone who is getting unreasonable hates, offer a little bit of your time and give them some words of encouragement. Even a simple, it's okay, it's fine, you can do it, can already uplift a person's mood. I know this has been a rough year and probably not all of us made it out in one piece, but at least we are all trying to pick up the pieces together. Social media may be dangerous in some aspects, but it can be life-changing if we use it for the good things, for the right things. Let's appreciate life, not the number of likes. Being nobody is you makes you perfect. Likes or no likes, share or no share. You are perfect as you are right now. One thing I learned from YouTube is the formula for happiness. Low stress plus quality people is equals to happiness. Therefore, surround yourself with the people you love and spread love together. Just remember, it doesn't cost a penny to show compassion to others. Don't try to bear the pain alone and be open for conversation. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard today, please consider subscribing and smash the like button for more amazing content.